Welcome to part 3 of our series. In this video, we're talking about how much should you give. The Bible talks about giving a tithe, and a tithe by definition is 1/10 of everything that you earn. Remember in the first video, we talked about, should I give out of my gross or out of my net? And a person approached me and said, do you want to be blessed out of your gross or blessed out of your net? Good point. The second thing I think about is when I have earnings and I'm getting taxed, I'm being taxed on the whole thing or all 100%, and then the taxes come out, my tithe comes out from there. So when I think about tithing, I focus on giving 1/10 to the Lord of everything that I earn. With that being said, in 2023, we were unsure about our earnings and how much we were going to make and where our money was going to come from. So we didn't start our tithing until November and December. And Mike all year was asking, Dawn, where is our tithe? Have we given anything to the church yet? What's happening? And I was like, sorry. So we will change that for 2024 and get back to a regular rotation of giving before our earnings or just as soon as we have our earnings. Sorry about that. So, Mike, what's your thoughts on tithing?
For me, Dawn, it's still a journey. I think Dawn is the cheerful giver of the bunch here. And I am as well. It's a principle. It's a life principle. Like whether you believe in the universe and giving, or you have a faith-based belief system in giving. It is a principle. Like it is better to give than to receive. Like it does bless you to be able to bless others. And that's not just in money, but it's in other things like we talked about before. So yeah. Tithing or giving, was your question on giving or tithing?
Tithing.
Tithing. So yeah, tithing, it is a principle. It is, for me, it has been a challenge in my walk, in my faith walk. I've come a long way. In my case, I'm married to a beautiful heart who loves to bless others and to give. And together, when the grumpy boat is floating down the river and your partner comes alongside you and inspires you and shares things with you and builds you up, and I don't know, it just reassures you, and you're both operating on the same wavelength. It's nice.
Yeah, I like that. We're coming along together, and it's a thing that we develop. So as you're starting to begin to tithe, perhaps you start with 1 to 5%, and then you move to 5 to 8%, and then finally you go to 8 to 10%. And the quicker you get to 10%, the more blessed you're going to be. It's definitely true. It's more blessed to give than to receive. And God says, test me and see what I'll do for you. Try me and know that I am the Lord your God that will take care of you and provide for you. So he is in control of everything, all 100%. He entrusts us with 90% and asks us to give him back 10%. So, and then I think about what you had said with giving and offerings. There's another concept in the Bible that talks about offerings and giving above and beyond your tithe, and giving to others and helping those who are in a hard strait, in a bad way, in a bad situation. So then there's those opportunities too. So we look for opportunities to give and to help with our time and with our offerings.
How do you feel about tithing, Don?
So for me, I've just seen God move so mightily in my life. I just can't outgive God. And it's almost like a game. I mentioned this on the first video, I think it was. I said, God, if I make this much money, I'm going to tithe this much. And I remember God saying to me, Dawn, how about you give that much and see what I'll do? And I thought, oh boy, what have I got myself into? By the end of the year, God had really blessed me, and I had given him what I had said that I wanted to, and he had just outpoured way more than I could ever give. And I know of a somebody that said that they were able to give 90% of everything that they made away, 90%, and live off of 10%. And I thought, oh my gosh, that is amazing. And you think about people like Warren Buffett who give and give and give so much away. And when he passes on, he's planning to give it all away. So it's really inspiring when you have people like that in your journey or in your generation who are so benevolent. It's encouraging. So hopefully this will encourage you to begin your journey, because it's true, you can't outgive God. Thank you. Thank you for asking. Blessings to you, to your family in 2024. We wanted to extend to you warm wishes and a benevolent heart as you continue on your journey.